Good evening everybody. Welcome one and all to my Thursday night stream. How are you? Good evening Escort and Bob, I see you're already in the chat. Welcome. How are you both this fine Thursday evening? It worked. I saw it just pop in exactly the right moment. So, tonight's agenda. Well, let's look at the mailbox to start with and see how things are on that front. We have some sales, 21,000 sales. So we've got a bunch of shirts again. Not huge profits for those, but they're fun to sell anyway. Enchants, ring, neck, mark of the claw, binding and mastery, mark of the claw, binding and mastery. Another shadow weave mask. They seem to be selling quite well at the moment. Some food is doing okay. Musk and butter, barracuda, surama, surf and turf. Good day to you, Sensor. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. And then we've got a couple more rings, hexweave bag, hidden satyr, some peppers. So a good mix there of food, tailoring and enchanting, which is the kind of thing I like to see. All the professions helping out a little bit. So that gives us 21,000, which is a really nice start to the proceedings. So what we're going to do here is see if we can build on that with some sales during the play session. So I'm thinking getting some enchants on again, the usual things. Now because we did the big relist yesterday, we shouldn't have so much to do today. Need to farm ore, pretty much dry. Yes, I can definitely imagine myself needing to do that myself very soon. Just watch some videos with me, nice work. Thank you very much. I'm live on Twitch now. If you would like to stop by. There we go. And so what have we got that's running out? The other enchants. So let's do those. Anything under 2 hours. Select that and then go. That's not working. Hold on, try again. We need to be at the top. That's why. 30 minutes to 2 hours. There we go. There's the castles coming through. Good evening, Midnight Hawk. How are you? There we go. All of that. And then a load more. Some bear tartars, always useful. See if we can get some sales of those. Although I think the minimum price has gone too low on that now. Yeah, it's gone down to, look at that, it's gone down to 3 gold minimum buyout. And my min is more like 7.90. Now I could actually sell them at 3 gold because my average purchase price is 2 gold 64. So I might do that. Just to keep myself in the market for them. Because I still have quite a few of them. So let's do that whilst I remember. Not auctioning, so hold on. Go to these. You're down to 6 gold for tartar for you. Yeah, it is. It does vary a fair amount. It does go up and down. It's worth actually, before I do this, just looking and see how many bear tartar are on. Because the way I did, no, that doesn't work if you don't spell it right. The way I did this before last time was because there were so many so cheap, I was able to pick some up. I mean, you've got here 38, and then you've got 11 of 20 here, and then we're up to 5 gold 59, and then we're back up to 7 gold 6 here. Hey, Melana, how are you? And good evening, Foku. How are you both? So, looking at that, the price I'd want to pitch at is more like 7 gold. Now, I could buy these and flip them for a profit, but I do have 2,000 of them, which is the main problem. I've got way too many of them, so I don't want to be buying any more, but I do want to be competitively priced still. So what I'm going to do is set my price in here for lots of bear tartar. Posting price. The minimum, I'm going to change that down to just a 7 gold. And now, is this the one I linked? Let me just check. No. So what I'm going to do, that was, I'll do it on the 20s so I can remember it. 20 is my maximum. Yeah, so there we go. That's that. So 10, I'm then going to link the 10s to the 20s. Where is it? Lots of bears, so it's under L. Lots of bear 20s, link to that. And then the 5s, I'm going to do the same, link that to lots of bear 20s. There we go. Very well, excellent, excellent, good to hear. Ursine Gamer, hello from Cargath. Watched one of my recorded streams on YouTube, figured you joined this time. Almost made it to 5 million yourself, 4.7 at the moment. Well, congratulations, Ursine, that's amazing. That's a huge achievement, so you're going to be ready for BFA. So what did you do to get your 5 million? Did you do a mix of professions? Was it flipping? Did you do farming? And how long did it take you to get that? I'd be interested to know. Alright, let's get those expires. Let's open those up. How much space have we got? Fair amount, so we're doing okay. There we go. So we'll pick all of these up, and then we're going to go and probably wait for the next lot to come through. It's only 30 seconds away. And that way we can then put all of this lot on, and then we can do our regroup. Now I remember actually from last time we were going to disenchant some of this for a chance at prismatic shards. So whilst I'm waiting, we'll get the arcane dust for this as well. So let's disenchant that and that and that. Pretty much most of this is going to be disenchantable. And now that one's quite pricey, Row with the Crimson Order. I might keep that for selling. I'm going to go on with that ones. Hey Herthus, how are you? Doing the Midsummer Festival. Now, I'd heard about that just today. I hadn't actually planned on it, but then Wave told me about the XP boost you can get for doing something by a fire, and that intrigued me, and I wondered whether I should at least give it a little look. What was that? Large prismatic, fantastic. Do that, and another large prismatic, that's going to be useful. And arcane dust, and that one will do as well. And there's some weapons here as well we can do, which we also picked up. And now that one's worth 1,200. Let's try and put that one on. And anything under 1,000 will disenchant. There we go. So what I'll need to do is add those into my group for those that I didn't have. So we're going to go down to Old World and then add in the Moonblade and the Robe. And what's that? Strange Dimensional Shard. Oh, that's something different. We'll add those two in. It's great for the pets. Okay. To sell in a few months. Some of them have a market value of 80k. Ah, okay. Now I'm completely unprepared for the Midsummer Fire Festival, so I'm not sure how much I'll do tonight. It's on for a few days, isn't it, though? Yeah, it's just started here. So what I could probably do with doing is looking up what it is and what I can do about it, and then maybe just go through and make sure I maximise that if it's going to be useful to me. But the first thing I really need to do is get El Morte up to a higher level, preferably up to, let's go select all groups, up to 80 would be good, and then I can go to Pandaria. 2 weeks, yeah. Mostly following the trends in the market. happen to have 12 characters, all 110 and all professions covered. Yeah, that's an amazing place to be in. That's exactly the sort of place I would like to be in with BFA. Once I've gotten, you know, the initial sort of like development through and gone through the story, I'd like to level up some other characters and be in the same position. So that's brilliant. You also have low costs. You can make whatever you need across all your characters. And doing the order haul, yeah, over 12 characters definitely adds up. 20 to 24 just with those, yeah, definitely. Well, sounds like you've got it completely covered there, Assign. That's exactly something that I would suggest, and for something for myself to aspire to. So that's brilliant. Good to know it's working out. It's easy, but you have to travel the world and get an add-on that helps. Okay, Heathers, so I'll have to have a look at that. Because you have to do something with all the fires, don't you? I believe. So we're going to put our Bear Tartar there at our new price of 7 gold. Just to slip in between those that are too cheap and mine. Good evening, Costa. How are you? How are you doing today? Map is not what I wanted to press. Bag is what I wanted to press. So that's done, that's done. Let's just do some dailies whilst we're here. So another temporal crystal, as we're going to need quite a few of those for our enchants. We probably need some mysterious essence as well. So let's create those. They're not on daily cooldown, so we'll make them anyway. You do a quest, accept in turn. Pays you 90 gold as well each. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm always happy to try out new things. Whether I'll do it in tonight's session, I'm not sure. And then you get tokens you can trade for the pets. Okay. I sneaked in. Do apologise. Right, so we're going to go through that, and let's do tailoring as well whilst we're here, actually. Now, there's an issue here. We are missing Sumptuous Fur. We're completely out. So we're going to have to go over and do a Sumptuous Fur farm with Earthen at some point. Now, I'd like to do El Morte first before I do a silk farm. Not silk, a Sumptuous Fur farm. Where's the... I missed the greet you warmly. I can't see you. You must have gone. Oh, there we go. Hold on, I missed everything there, everyone. So as long as you get them within 2 weeks, you're golden. Okay. You can only do each fire once throughout during the week. Okay. Well, thanks for telling me that, Ballistic Monkey, and I love the name. Hey, Swalkers, how are you? Very easy and simple, but it takes time. Okay. Azantrox, good evening, how are you? I didn't even know if I'll get the brutal mount, but you like to be prepared in the event you do. That's fair enough. There's a reason you're in charge of your guild's bank. Absolutely. Do your garrison and buy it from the trader when it's cheap. Takes you 5-10 minutes to do your garrison each day, and it's nice gold. What's that for, Eleanor? Did I miss something? Okay, I've got some offers to help with the farm. Thank you, Costa. It'll probably be later on in the stream if I get round to it. I'm going to do some levelling first, I think. You sold the XP boost item for 25k. Okay, so there's some good stuff to have there. But you can do it with each character, so however many you want to repeat. Okay. Yeah, I could probably do with some raw beast hide as well. Okay. Mage Tower's at 99%. Okay, it's going to be going then. Trading post sells things like the fur in trade for garrison resources. Oh yes, man, now I'm with you. Yes, if you can get it for 16 resources, then it's definitely useful. So what I'm going to do is just restock on things first here. If you go level, get to the bonfire and you get more XP. Yes, that's what I'd heard about, Herthus. So I've got to find the bonfire, isn't it? That MT wouldn't move. What's the MT? Oh, Mage Tower. Okay, I'm with you now. Yes. There we go. So these are on at 12 hours. or less. I wonder if I'm worth taking those off. Let's do that. Long. Let's take those off. That way I can get all my enchants on at the correct price. Let's take those off. Oh, I was a bit quick on that. Let's wait for that to come through. Eventually. Oh, you can fly in Draenor. Excellent, congratulations. It's a great feeling being able to fly in Draenor. It's a hard slog, but it's well worth it. Does it stack with the monk XP? Oh, that's an interesting idea. I hadn't thought of that. I don't have a monk, but I do hear they get their XP boost as well, don't they? Right, let's post my auctions on that I've got in my bags, and we'll sort that out. You're getting loads of rendering, are you? We're looking okay at the moment. Not many dropped frames here. How's everyone else going with the stream? Is it lagging at all for anyone? Hey Keizu, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and our first sale of the evening is a trained soldier. No drops for you. Okay, yours is fine. Okay, so it might be your end, Costa. Doing very well here. Thank you very much, Keizu. We're just going through our normal reposting bits and pieces, and then we're probably going to move on to a bit of leveling. Once I've just checked a couple more characters. So we're going to do an enchanting restock first. So, oh, no, crafting, groups, enchanting. And then we're going to restock. Yeah, we've got a few things. Quite a few binding and masteries here. So we'll gather up these items. Mainly arcana and chaos crystals. So I'll do that, move that, put that over there, and gather those items up. At least chaos crystals we need. Candy buckets. Ah, yes. You had that for the lunar event. I remember using that once. Thank you, Herthus. And then we'll switch to the WoW UI, and then we'll do a lay shatter for the rest of the arcana. Oh, is there a discount on Blizzard services at the moment? Yeah, last time that happened, I remember there was a huge spike in the price because everyone cashes in on it. You jumped 5 second swords when it moved to 4 gold. Oh, moved to 4G. Ah, right. 4 gold. I automatically went to G is gold. Should have bought a few tokens earlier. Yes, if you're going to buy the tokens, it's best to get them before something like this. But I'm fairly confident that it will settle back down. It's one of these things usually seems to be like a temporary spike, and then it settles back down. Fingers crossed, touch wood, I hope so. Hey Frodo, how are you? It was you that was asking about the paste bin, wasn't it, Frodo? I've updated it. I haven't done a YouTube video on it, but I have updated my paste bin to be my my June one. So if you do !paste bin, that'll be my new one, and you can copy my groups as of this evening, in fact. So it's completely up to date. There we go. That's it. Hey Axixel, how are you? Oh, we've done all the lay shatters we need. No problem at all. I've also put it in a new info section in my Discord, so if anyone wants to reference it at any time, it's going to be in there as well. Along with my chart and my new chart that I've done, I'm going to put that in there as well. So I'm going to put all the information kind of things in the Discord channel so that people can get access to things if they so wish. Good evening, Perkin, how are you? Pleasure to follow Gold Making Adventure as always. Got any suggestions on some farming tonight? Can't really decide what to go with. Well, given my own personal choices, I would be looking the sort of things that are interesting me as a character. I would look at what would be useful to my characters. So for me at the moment, I would be very much looking for anything Spirit of Harmony, Ghost Iron, or Ember Silk or Shadow Silk would be my go-to places, because those are the things that I A, know about, and B, would find useful. because I've just sold another Shadow Weave mask today. So I'll be looking for that. I've got some items that need Ember Silk, so I'll be looking for that. And I'd like to get my Trillium prices cheaper, and so I need to get some Spirit of Harmony as well. Do I already started the Shadowmourne quests? I don't know, actually. In all honesty, it doesn't ring any bells. What is Shadowmourne? You need to farm Volatile Life. Okay, the Volatiles are Burning Crusade, aren't they? So they would be in Sangamarsh, would it, as a guess? Darn bags keep selling for like 8k. Wow. Oh, it's Cataclysm, is it? Okay. Thank you for the correction. Volatiles Cata. Right, let's get those. Okay. So we'll run that through, get the enchants back on. Those are at least restocked. For 8k. What's 8k? I'm assuming I did open my sales photo. We had a good mix of enchants, a few bits of food, and some shirts, and it totaled up to 21,000. Oh, the Hydral bags. Well, that's nice at 8k. That's kind of similar to my price, but I've not sold any in a long while. Good evening, Mr. Deadfellow. How are you? On this gold making evening, I'm doing very well, thank you. How about yourself? Farm it on that Stranglethorn Veil. The bee inside, you can farm 10 in 1 hour. Interesting idea, Herthus. I hadn't. I love it when everyone has these new ideas, or old ideas that I just haven't heard of. Right. Anything else I'm going to do with Samadan, or am I going to briefly go over? No, I'm going to leave that for now. Apparently, I can fly in the window on this. Some blacksmithing transmogs, and a battered hill. Very nice. Can I just go in here? Does that count? No. Yes, it does count as rested. Okay, well that's good. Let's do that. Log out and swap over. You just farm herbs and make the flask. Pocket Fell Spreader's price. Okay, I haven't got that on this character. I'll just swap over to Earthen first because we're going to do Mage Tower stuff. You had poor sales day. We'll get them all. I've had many of those. 50 life and volatile air in about 15 minutes. Okay, that sounds pretty decent. So what's a Pocket Fell Spreader, Keizu, and what does it do? And the life is for the bags. Oh wow, Sighting Gamer, thank you ever so much for the sub. Using your Prime, thank you indeed for your support. Let's throw some chef's hats in. Thank you ever so much, that's really kind of you. Thank you ever so much for choosing my channel for your Prime. Really appreciate it. I've been poor sales for most of the week for you. Decided to use the time to farm up the patterns of blacksmithing, so I wouldn't focus on it too much. That's a good idea, Haggis. And thanks for stopping by the stream. Very kind of you indeed. Why is this cloud serpent in the ground? This doesn't look good. There's an error there. Okay, so we've got some drum sales, 5,500, which is a good sign for the Mage Tower. So let's go pop a few things on, and we'll probably need to come back. Oh yes, look, here we go. We've got a whole load more of Drums of Fury sales, so we definitely need to make some more. So let's take anything to 2 hours. Cancel those. And then we'll come back and make some drums, I think. The drums I did. I bought out all the cheap ones and I set the price at 90 gold, I believe. Have I got any left on me? Was it 90 gold? The min buyout is currently at 90 gold. Yes. So let's have a look at my ledger. Hold on. let's look at this properly. Ledger revenue. Drums of Fury. Yeah. 20 stacks of 20 at 92 gold. There we go. That was nice. Hey, Accidentally Amazing, how are you? Only one thing to do, Sorcus, to farm a load of dungeons. What was that through to? Bear Tartar was nerfed, and you have 1.5 bank tabs full with Bear Tartar. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of Bear Tartar myself. I haven't seen yet, Ignis, and greetings to you, how are you? Some of my... which ones have we got here? These are the regular ones. Mastery, Mark of the Claw, Mastery. I don't think any of the older ones have actually sold yet. Would I be interested in trying another group farm on my druid? It's a good idea, accidentally. I don't think I've got time for it tonight, because the first thing I want to do is level El Morte a little bit. The second thing I want to do is go and farm some Sumptuous fur. So we can do those two, definitely, I think. It depends on how much time I've got left of today, really. Going Volatile Water and Ember Silk soon. Okay. I'm not gonna... Yeah, I don't need those just yet. 3,000 hours of farming. God, that is loads. Does it get nerfed for 110 and below also? If not, yeah, it would still be useful. Right, so... we're doing cancel scans, so we're going to get through those. 124 minutes left. That's not too bad, is it? See what we can do. It gets nerfed from 70 to 20% at 110. And it goes even lower on each level up. Oh. Oh, sorry to hear the connection's not good. For the fur farm. That's what you're doing right now, is it, Chantagen? Oh, right. Unholy Death Knight viable solo leveling. I don't know about Unholy. I haven't tried it. It's possible. Okay, Costa. Hopefully it's back after that. Right, let's go post these on first. So the drums sold, which is a good thing. So we'll have to put some more on. Now, what's the price of my drums going to be at now? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's, that Bear Tartar. So is that a confirmed nerf from somewhere for the Bear Tartar? Yes, I remember you saying the other time, Akira. Yes, we're at 90 gold for Drums of Fury. That's a good price. I'm all right with that. Bear Tartar is at 7 gold, so that's fine too. So I'll put the Bear Tartar on. Loads of that. Because people will hopefully want some, because I still have 2,000 of it myself. So I would like to sell some of it. And then the Drums of Fury, 6 stacks of 20. Should be pretty good. There's those. And then let's just have a look at my auctions again. Let's double check that so TSM can see it. And then do we need to restock on anything drums wise? Let's just swap over to that. And leatherworking. Just some journeying boots. Is that really worth me? Oh, I didn't mean to actually make that. Okay. You sold a decahedral dwarven dice for 50k. Very nice. Anyone wants to do volatile water for 1 hour? Druid only group is up for Ally EU. That's very good of you, accidentally. Thank you for sharing. Hello, Jack. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. So we're going to go for this, and that's fine, we'll leave that. So let's leave Earthen. We might come back to Earthen for some Sumptuous fur farming, but I'm going to move on through the characters and go on with Awakening, check the sales, and then we'll move on to El Morte and see if we can find a fire to sit by. Got to farm some more. Only one selling them on your server the past month. Wow, yeah, definitely need to get some then. Took a massive hit on Tomes of the Tranquil Mines. They're going to going for 45 gold each, but the last 2 weeks they have been steadily dropping to 16. Ouch. Yeah, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Doing good. Made yesterday a new domain. Going to start hosting your own website for your blog. Good idea, Jack. That way you're at least in control of it, and then you can move over to WordPress. Better to do those kind of things now, I would say, whilst it's still in the fledgling stage. But awesome. Good to see it developing. For those that don't know, Jack has a blog. I haven't got the link here. So you've already installed WordPress. Excellent. Feel free to link your blog, Jack, and let everyone know about all your tips that you've got. Hey, welcome back, Costa. I have bookmarked it, but I think, let's have a look. It's here. There we are. Copier, paster. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Hold on, I've got a better idea. I'm going to make a command. And it's going to do that. And it's going to do that. And I'm going to submit that. So now, if we do... Hey, there we go. And then if it's like a magic. And then for those that want my paste bin of the groups, we've done that already. And then if they want the chart for the road to 5 million, that's that one. There we go. So we sold Forgotten Peacekeeper Arm Guards of the Earthfall. That's good. Haven't sold anything else though, so let's go just check our auctions, see how they're doing. They're all on for that, so I'm going to leave those on at their current price. Oh, actually, let's just see if there's any cheap things we can buy. Internet went down the whole block, so cell tower gave out, all phones flat connected to 4G at the same moment. Youch! That would explain it. Hey, that one bro guy, how are you? You got a new mouse today. Excellent, Santujin. Shantujin. How was it? And what kind of mouse was it? Is it one of those fancy ones with lots of buttons on the side? What's your TSM4 question? If we can help, we certainly will try. By using a trap, Jack. Right, transmute stuff. Run shopping scan. It has 12 buttons on the side. Well, I've never tried one, but I got a feeling I'd be very confused trying to use one. I could see the appeal. You can't figure out how to post an item manually that doesn't have any current auctions up. Like just a single item. I don't think I actually use TSM for that. I actually use the standard WoW user interface for that kind of thing. If there's just one thing I want up for a fixed price and it's not in a group or anything like that, that's what I tend to use. Found it rummaging around your old 90s CRT monitors. Excellent. Ley like shards. I know that's not relevant to... we should have looked at these before going in, but we've got some, so let's leave those in a moment. Let's just turn those off. We'll go back to those a bit later. Let's turn those back on and just see what we've got there. TSM3 could do that, so I was hoping the feature stayed. Auctioneer, yeah, I do believe some people do it, although I may be wrong on TSM4's abilities. That Trillium bar looks cheap. 419. That's cheaper than I've been buying it for, which is 510. So that would save me 300 gold at that price, which would make it more profitable. So was it a feature that that was you started with a Naga when it first came out, and you never go back using a normal mouse again? Currently using the ADX MMO mouse, and it's fantastic. Well, now my internet's gone a little bit. That's gone red on me. Maybe this internet's contagious, Costa. Hopefully it hasn't lagged out too much. I just had a spike there of drop frames. So, this Trillium, what other thoughts on 419 gold for Trillium? Let's run it through Jack's calculator and have a look. Let's just bring this up. I've already got the site up here. So, whoops, excuse my mouse churning away. There we go. Okay. Like being able to assess the market and post for a reasonable price on your realm sometimes has inflated market values, or sometimes no market value at all. Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth, having that kind of knowledge on your market is really, really useful. It seemed high to you, but you believe your living still sell some more. Yeah. I'll need Spirit of Harmony to go with it. Yeah. Let's have a look at Spirit. I do have some. So let's go through and find the calculator. Yeah, my internet seems to be going a little bit slow at the moment, so I do apologise if I drop out. Oh no, not that one. Wrong one. There it is. Let's have trouble finding it then. Okay. Right. So, using the price here. So let's go with Muggy Mugus. Thank you ever so much for the follow. Ghost Iron bars seem to be good to sell if you buy the ore to smelt. Yes, that's the thing I need, is the ability to do the ore. So living steel, let me just have a look in my bags. Actually I have to look at my auctions. The living steel at the moment, min buyout is 2498. So that'll be 2498. The Trillium bar, looking at the shopping, is going for 419, so that's 420. So that's going for 420. And then the Spirit of Harmony would there for a 0 profit. What if it was a 500 profit? Spirit of Harmony would have to be much cheaper. There we go. So looking at that, the Motes of Harmony 39, there are no spirits actually on. So for me, that would be less useful. And then if we were to do it the other way, max buy price for living steel, 2498, no, 2498. Spirit of Harmony price is currently at something like 300 as the minimum I would buy it for. So therefore the Trillium bar would be 491, but I don't really have the right things there. Oh, Meriki, thank you ever so much for the raid. How are you? How was your stream? Thanks for stopping by. I do apologise if I'm dropping a few frames. My internet does seem to be going in and out. I seem to have caught Costa's internet bug at the moment, so hopefully it'll come back. You got a dice after 3 minutes of farming, Mr. Defo. Excellent. Blog's becoming something of a legend. Absolutely. Doing very well here. Thank you very much, Mariki. We're just going through and discussing the prices of Trillium Bars, Ghost Iron, and the Riddle of Steel, and using Jack's blog, which is this one, to calculate whether it's worth buying things or not, and what the price would be. Say, for instance, we wanted a 200 profit here on our Living Steel. Our Spirit of Harmony price is that, then our Trillium Bar would be 424. So it's tight at 419, but it's okay, I would say. Hey Danny, how are you? And Twin Dennis, thank you ever so much for the follow. It's a very neat little tool. It helps with just sort of calculating the prices going one way or the other. What I really need to do though is level up my Death Knight so I can actually go and mine the Ghost Iron and get things much better that way. Seems to need a crash to reboot. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Tyrannius, how are you? Got 955 shoulders for 100k, immediately sold them again for 250. That's a nice flip indeed. Congratulations. Did I miss anyone in all that chat that was coming through? I hope I didn't. Shavolk and Psychopath, thanks for stopping by. And then making sure we've got everyone here. Watch a review. Hello, how are you? There we go. Reset Drum Market, now selling drums like hot bread at 96 gold a piece. Nice, Foku, very nice indeed. That's where I'm at the moment with them at 90 gold. I've certainly sold some already. So Trillium Bar wise, we've actually got 33, but our average purchase price is 510. So I'm going to pick up some of these at 419 so that A, gets my average price down, B, buys up these ones, and C, uses up some of my money. We don't need to get too many. Let's get the ones at 419. There we go. Got enough gold for that, just. How much do I profit per living steel when buying mats? I'm trying to go for at least 200 gold. It depends on the actual price of the living steel. I mean, how many motes have I got now? So I could do a Riddle of Steel now, and that would probably give me a profit of at least 200 from looking at the calculator. You've been buying drums for days for like 20 gold and selling for 40. That's nice. So yeah, so 200 gold profit at the moment with the current calculation. I can make one with a Riddle of Steel with my current amount of Spirit of Harmony. So the mat cost here is 309. The Trillium Bar is actually quite high here, so this isn't going to be as big a profit, 173, but there's also, like you said, the proc chance, so we'll make one. We just get the one, so that's fine. Living Steel is only 1558 on your realm. Ouch. Yeah, my internet's going in and out. I may need to reboot the modem at some point. We'll try and keep it running as fast as we can. Let me know if the stream does start failing. Let's just keep the frame rate on there. Savage Blood around 30 gold is great too. Wow. Wow, 900 on yours, Danny. That is super cheap. Is it really worth it with the proc chance? It seems a bit much work for 200. Exactly, Mr. Deadfoe. It's basically the beginnings of profit for me at the moment. The things I could do is reset the market so that it could be a higher price. It's a new market for me, so I'm still just working it out, because originally when I did it, the prices were much higher. The prices have gone down since then, so it's in and out really. It does go much higher for me, so that would mean more profits. The other side of things is to obviously get my Spirit of Harmony access better and get my Ghost Iron access more easy, and then that's how it's all going to come together. How about setting the profit to 0 and try to make profit on procs? I mean, you could look at it that way, because every proc is an extra 2,500, isn't it? So it's an option, isn't it? I mean, I've got enough at the moment. What have we got there? That was the trillion bar we just bought. So we've got a good stock of trillion bars now. So we're going to just post on the one I just made. And then we'll have a look at moving on to El Morte, I think. You saw so poorly you went for World Quest today, yeah. No trillion bars in your auction house at all, interestingly. So we're at 2641 now. So that was actually better than my 2498, so the price has gone up. So I can at least post one on and see if I can get a sale there. I know I've got other stacks at a different price, but that's fair enough. 10k in 3 hours? That's reasonable. I mean, it's solid. That's the other thing. At least it's money in the bank. Did I just see something over the corner of my eye? Don't think so. Right, okay, so we're going to move on to the next thing. Oh, Danny, thank you ever so much for the cheers. For the 310 bits, is very precise. Thank you ever so much for your support. Hold on. There it is. Thank you indeed. You got 1.8 thousand Spirits of Harmony you could use. Well, that's loads. Yeah, it is hard work, Costa, but I guess if you're not getting the sales, then you've got to do something, haven't you? Okay, so let's swap over. We'll go to El Morte. 10k farm Corium in Nagrans, and you get it pretty fast. That's an option. Yep. It's a few dropped frames, but we're holding in there. Just keeping an eye on my OBS. It keeps flashing red at me. So we're going to try and make sure that we don't drop the stream. That would be bad. But if it... Hey, Mr. Sabiku, how are you? With your... for your crown. Thank you very much. They're not selling. Unspent talent points. What could we do with here? Tightening grass. Reduce the cooldown of Gorfine's grass by 30 seconds. Reduce movement speed. Enemies damaged by your death and decay have a chance to cower in place, but can suffer from this effect more than once per seconds. Or Wraith Walk lasts 100% longer and breaks stun, snare, and room effects when cast. Interesting. I'm doing very well, thank you, Mr. Sabical. We're just going to move over to El Morte and do a little bit of Karazhan levelling here. I'm guessing I'm going to try this one as a passive, see how that works. And then, so where is this fire festival thing? Where can I find a bonfire to get this XP bonus? Midsummer braziers over there. Is there anything I can... Oh yes, bronze sales. Well, I haven't got any mail, so I don't think I've got any at the moment. It was craft 5 panthers, so 2 living estelle ain't much for you then. No. There should be a quest giver near me. I don't see one immediately. Maybe it's the level I'm at. Over by the cooking daily. Ah, I know what that one is. I forget I fly so slowly. I need my faster flying. There we go. Dungeon entrance, yep. I know the place. After doing my cooking dailies for so much to get my chef's hat, I know it very well. Here we are. So, what have we got? 3 different things. Master Fire Eater. It's going to be a Fire Juggler. Get the Burning Blossom. Lawmaster. Lawmaster wants you to take Summer Incense to a Summer Scorchling outside the Alliance settlement. And this one is South Backland Depths entrance. Retrieve Twilight. Okay, so they're all quests that take you on. We have El Morte here, who is 74 at the moment. Play on the pole. Oh, this. Oh, okay. The ribbon pole. There we go. Okay, thank you. What do we need to do? Well, no, I did it there. And this gives me Ribbon Dance. Experience gains from killing monsters increased by 10%. Okay, so it's charging up. Fantastic. Oh, am I 75? Yes, I was, wasn't I? I'm 75. Well, that's a good idea. The music's quite good as well. Get the point of easy gold by buying the ore, but spending a little bit of time, you can quadruple the profit easily. You can make some gold with the battle pets in this event, by the way. Yes, collecting them up for the tokens and then selling them later does seem to be an option, doesn't it? I think I'm going to probably come back to this because I don't think I've got the time. So once we're up to an hour, there we go. Hold on. There we go. Let's get ourselves over to Karazhan. Now we're not going to use the Dalaran port, so we're going to do the old flight path and then head on over, seeing as we're low level and there's no mages nearby. So we're going to get the flight and then we're going to go from Duskwood and fly again.
What can I do for you?
This doesn't take too long. And that one, Darkshire, there we go. And just take the big rooms, dogs, bats, spiders, go out and reset. Yeah, so basically just need to go and do the main ones, don't hang around too much. You need 1,020 ore at least, and then loads of motes to craft the panthers. It takes too much time. Second, you want to keep the materials high in price. Market, otherwise price of panthers will drop. Yeah, so by buying all the cheap ones, you're at least making sure you're on top of those. That's a good point, Jack. I'm not doing this for long enough to take them all. Yeah, I think for me, I'm just doing it, I'm not doing it quickly enough, really. Hey, Forever, how are you? The current event is exhausting. You're flying around for some time now. Yeah, Tyrannius, I can imagine it is. It looks like fun. I've never done it before, so I'd like to give it a go later. Maybe that's something I can do on my Sunday stream. Always trying to push the market. Today you sold 2 Onyx Panthers, so that would be too much farming. You buy and prospect. Aha. Yeah, I haven't done dual crafting yet. It's another profession I'd like to do. Officially a Titan Slayer. Well, that sounds like a great title. I have very few titles, as I have very few transmog and very few mounts. In and out 6 minutes. Okay, there's a challenge. Let's see how I get on. Right, through Duskwood, up and over to Karazhan. I mean, it's nice and spooky here, as it should be for an undead area. Tool showing max buy price Spirit of Home to be 201 gold, whilst the price on your server is 268. Oh, am I in the right place? Yeah, there we go. Straight down. And it's a high pop server. What would you do in those situations? The tool is showing the max buy price of Spirit of Harmony to be 210, while the price on your server is normally... I mean, if I was in the market for buying them, and they were at 201, then I'd be buying the cheap ones, would be what I'd be doing. Oh, accidentally went to combat there. There we go. Wasn't paying attention, looking at the chat. Right, let's get Loot Appraiser up. Oh, got a Dreadwing on us. That's that done. 1,300 XP for that. Okay, so in and out. Let's have a look, see how we get on. Hurry up. I'm not very good at hurrying up. I'll have to, excuse me. I'll have to go as fast as I can. So I'll go do horses first. I saw Sharken's video the other day when he did the horses first. I think those are quite good to go for. Yeah, let's pick up some more whilst we're here. And I'll do this, I'll do that. Right, apologies if I miss a few things on chat whilst this is going. Manstein, thank you ever so much for the follow. Very kind of you. I'm just going to slightly concentrate on this at the same time as run through this. As Costa was saying, time is of the essence here. So I'm going to try and do my best tanking ability whilst not being feared. Get back to my blood. Oh, missed it anyway. There we go. Do that, do that, do that. And then we'll go around here. Collect those up. Collect those up. Do my button mashing. Kind of surrounded at the moment. I really need to move myself in a correct place. I mean, the fearing doesn't help. There we go, run through there. And then we'll run past this one. Just trying to get into the flow of these a bit better. Get into the sort of the fact that I can actually do quite a few in one go now. Ooh, a bit slowed there. What was that slowed me down? Oh, that's my bone shield. Okay. On low up as well, farming dice at the moment, check in a minute. Okay, I'm just going to run through these. Get some extras. Do those. Get the next lot. See if we can get some more around the corner as well. There we are. We're still getting some nice XP here. Those sentries are tricky when they move out the way. Now I believe I need to go in here and back. Yep, that's all these ones. Could probably do all these in one go, hopefully, if I'm quick about it and not stunned too much. All the sentries are all moving outside. That doesn't help. But thankfully my tanking ability is quite cool for this. Do those, do those. Take these two down. Do that. I'm looting on the mouse pointer. Yeah, I prefer it. I don't like it. I don't like it in the other direction. There we go. So that's that. We need to go into this room, I think. Hey, Gwendolyn, how are you? There we go. And then I think I wanted to go elsewhere, but I'm going to try down these steps. Oh, that's back into there. So I want to go back round, and then there's another entrance over here. Oh, missed two. Oh, the other entrance was over here. So you needed back on the front lines this weekend. What's that? Inactive WoW account, so you full access to the game and all your characters without subscription. Oh wow! I should have said that to my son, who's just paid for more subscription. It's a couple of skeletons. These can be the tricky ones. Alright, let's pick up a few more down here. We could probably do with jumping down here, do the big rooms and reset like you said, but I might go back. I could probably just jump down from here, actually. Do the spiders and the dogs. But then we'll miss out on the ballroom area, which is also useful. So I have to remember the route to go back to those. Change a race this weekend only and you'll be happy. Yeah, can you imagine that? So what does that mean? Everyone is going to get access for the weekend. Okay, I'm going to leave that, I think. 10 days would have been good, yeah, definitely. Because you can't really do much in a weekend, although isn't that the thing, they're just tempting you in. First one's free and all that. Alright, let's just collect up a load of these. Hopefully that's not an overpull. They're not elites, so should be okay. They're all on fire, that doesn't help. Right, we just need to not do the boss. Pick up these. Ooh, there we go. Do that. Maybe if they're inactive and had gold, that'd be good. That could be good. I'm not done yet. No, I need to do some rooms. I need to go around to do this one and go do this one over here. Pick those up and those ones. Oops. Then I can do that. There you go. Hey Sylvanon, how are you? Maybe some good sniping opportunities, people returning not knowing the newer prices, that's a good idea. Alright, let's just take a big bunch of these in one go. I do enjoy playing a Death Knight, actually. I mean, I may not play it particularly well, but it's definitely good. They seem to be quite robust as a tanking spec. And then we'll go through here. I do have a bit of a problem getting disorientated in some of these rooms. Yeah, Death Grip ahoy. Then where do we go next? Hey Coltrane's, how are you? Doing very well here, thank you very much. Apologies if I miss anyone. I'm literally running my way through this, trying to do it fast, and I'm still not as familiar with it to be able to do it completely as fast as I could. But I'm enjoying the process nonetheless. So take all of these, take these, I think. And I'll do that. I'm 10 minutes in already, okay. That's not bad. So I'm going to go up here, do all this room, and then come back out, I think. Would be a way to do this. Spectral Ushers. Probably get 4 of those, and then that'll be enough. Because these seem quite tough fellows. There we go. Hey Cosjax, how are you? Finally catching the stream. Well, welcome on board. Good to see you. Alright, let's get another Spectral Usher as you're walking here. That one. Just hold some more Darkmoon replica gear. That's nice. I haven't done any Darkmoon stuff myself. I've heard of it. People have mentioned it to me. Yeah, take one side of the room up. There we are. Immune to blood. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? There we go. I found my YouTube channel and found and are interested in learning gold making methods. Ah, well, thanks ever so much for stopping by. We're currently doing leveling methods at the moment, so it's not quite gold making, but this does have a gold making twist on it, in that what we're doing here is going to move on to the later stages of being able to go to Pandaria and mine ghost iron ore. That's the purpose, basically. Let's see if I can pull a few of these, maybe some of these over at the same time. There we go. What's not for me? I must have missed it on the chat, so probably a good job I missed it if it wasn't for me. There we are, done that, done that. So, have I done this route correctly? Let's run this round this way, and I think I can go back around. There we are. Let's try and pick a few of them up. There we go. That should be enough. I like the music here. It's definitely nice. So am I done with this? Do I need to jump down? Because I'm back in the banqueting hall for the grand ballroom. That's a dead end. Yes, I can see that. So I think I need to jump back down. And then maybe I can come down here. I haven't done the spiders and dogs, so let's jump down here. And we can do those. And then we'll... That's not a bad run, actually. We've got quite a few things there. Makes this token with just ghost iron ore. Well, there's an option. Alright, spiders it is. So now which direction do we need to go in? We did the stables, so we need to go right down here. There we go. Yeah, I could do the bosses as well, but I'm resetting this one. Well, that's the theory anyway. I haven't actually done a reset yet. I've just been practicing. But as we've got the buff, ribbon dance for 10, we're going to carry on and see if we can do at least another run of this afterwards. Which I think would be good. There we go. We are all friendly gold makers, that's what we are. Good evening, Kale Hall, how are you? Nice bit of Kara grinding. Yep, we're getting slowly better at it. I'm starting to familiarise myself with this for the moment. It's a tough one because I do get disorientated, but I'm finding it now that I'm a high enough level, things are getting a bit easier, that's for sure. And I've seen a fair few videos on this now, so I'm getting at least... Oh wow, Sturks77, thank you ever so much for the sub. That's extremely kind of you. Thank you for your support. Also buy some gems, Living Still and repost. Right, have I done... Who's missing? A few in here. Let's do those, bring them all in here. And I'll do it from here. And then I'll move round. Here's the dogs. Now the dogs were quite tricky at one point because they were quite concentrated in one go. So I'm going to see how I get on with this run and then see how I get on afterwards. There's a pillow missing on the couch. There's a cat missing on the couch. I think they might just be in different places. But your observation skills are awesome, as always. Hey Gumdrops, how are you? How are you doing? How was your Twitch thing today? Are you back home already, or are you actually in London at the moment? Because if we had arranged it, I could have bought you a beer at lunchtime. Depending on where in London you were. Well, Sturk got himself a nice Star Wars sword today. Awesome. Where Oreo lies was a pillow. That's amazing that you actually noticed that. Yeah, Oreo's down there. They do tend to move around from time to time on the train between London and Peterborough. Ah, okay, awesome. Good to see you making good use of your time and checking out streams. Train internet can sometimes not be that great. What do I want? I want that one. There we go. Run through this. I'm going to mash those buttons. There we go. Got those. What server am I on? I'm on Shadowsong EU. It's a fairly low pop server, but it's done me well for profit margins for most of the time. I think I've done everything, or if I've missed something, I'm going to run back and reset. Okay, it was a great day. Met the CEO and a bunch of the product exec support team. Awesome. On audio only at the moment, that's fair enough. Then you won't see my my poor Karazhan leveling techniques. I missed the arcane dust question. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm using arcane dust for. I'm assuming that's what the question was for. I did get some from disenchanting the things the other day from earlier, and I got a couple of large prismatic shards, so that was useful. There you go. Let's run through. Okay. I did disenchant some of them, yes. That was earlier. We got a couple of large prismatics from it. I was going to do horses first. Quite like that route. And then I'll come back and do the spiders. Let's see if we get that one. For the mongoose, yeah, definitely. That was the... that's the feeling on it. Right, I think I've got a bit more confidence to take a few of these on in one go. It's the ones that stun I've got to watch out for. You turn most of your arcane into imbued netherweave. Ah, okay. And then you could make imbued netherweave bags, I guess, but I'm not sure how much those would actually sell for. So 19 minutes. So I can do 3 per hour. Okay. Well, that's reasonable. Even with... ah, okay. There you go. Dipping, that's it, Jack. You got the right one. Seeing as we mentioned it so many times, I thought it was worth having the... what was that one? Squeak Door gives it away. I use imbued netherweave to make spellcloth, even weave and primal mooncloth. Aha, okay. Awesome. Have I played WoW too much when I can hear where you are in game? No, absolutely not too much at all. For me, it's a new experience. There's so much new stuff for me to enjoy still, having not been a greater participant of the game for so many years. So it's really nice to be able to become familiar with these areas. Right, take those two. I'll go around and do these two and these ones. Try and get these all in one go. That should work. There we go. You can post it yourself. Yeah, that's fair enough, gumdrops. Do you get a lot of blood sangaras for enchanting? I used to get a fair amount of mine through disenchanting, yes. I had to be a bit sort of frugal with my use of bloods, but it would keep me ticking over, certainly. Pick up these, pick up these. Yeah, I've heard the pets are quite good for Midsummer. I'm going to have a look into those, definitely. See if there's anything I can do maybe on Sunday. There we go, and level 77. That was quick. Were there any more in here? I feel like I'm not being as effective running around through these blank areas with the patrols. Yeah. So we'll go up this way. Well, it is a circular route, so that's not too bad actually. I'm looking at that. Now I'm going to leave that end to remind me to do those later. I'll come down and do these ones first. Stunned again. I mean, how can you get some bloods? Basically, the way I get them is through disenchanting braces to give me ley-like shards, but at the moment the prices for that haven't been so great. Alright, let's do the table dance as Costa suggested. There we go. Might as well dance on the table if you can. There's a Death Knight. Yeah, you do get a fair amount of bloods. It is a bit random number dependent when you disenchant things, but it can be useful certainly. Right, jump on here, try and avoid Mr. Boss over the corner, and then I might try and line of sight these over down here. Don't know if that works. I'm not throwing quite there with it. So I'll pick that one up, and those two up. Stunned again. Audio only doesn't persist when you minimise the iOS app anymore. Well, that's a bit annoying. You'd expect it would, wouldn't you? Right, okay, so we then need to go up this area, I think. Yeah, this big hall full of people. See how many I can pick up this time, now that I'm a higher level. Drop my blood down. There we go. Too many apps running in the background. Now it stops. Oh, Etharel, thank you ever so much for the sub using your Prime. That's extremely kind of you, thank you. Thank you for your support. Apologies I can't put any chef's hat in the chat at the moment. I'm in the middle of combat. But thank you indeed, that's really, really kind of you. Thank you, Gums, for the cheer. WoW's turned me into farming just for pay. Just to play. Yeah, it can be a bit like that. As long as you still enjoy it. That's the main thing. If you enjoy it, then it's worth doing. Alright, I think I might have taken quite a few in then. Hold on. There we go. Did I loot everything? So I have to worry about the things there. Hey, Pointy Gnome, how are you? How are you doing? And Jack, thank you ever so much for gifting a sub to Gumdrops. That's also very kind of you. Right, let's see if we can get a few of these in one go. Maybe I'll just swoop round this one. I'm not doing this very efficiently. I think I'm missing a few. And then I'll drop my blood patch down here and then just mash my buttons here, there. We're back in hats. Exactly, fantastic. Oh, just one left to do. There we go. Loot that. Pull you in. Oh, you're immune, are you? Okay. That one, that one. Need to pick up the straggling ones. These two. With their ranged. That one and that one. And then I'll head up back to the banqueting, and then I'll come back down this area, and then I'll do the jump over things. There we go. That's why, unless you find a good farming method, you're moving to MWO full time. Yeah, if you're not enjoying it, then I would definitely look to other things you could do that you would find useful. At the end of the day, it is a game, and it's supposed to be enjoyable. Oh, excuse me, I'm just going to stretch my legs out. These things do like to stun me. There we go. And then I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of these. Make token just by doing World Quest a day. Yeah, there is a certain amount you can do. It depends on how you're set up and how many characters you have, doesn't it? There we are. Bunched them all up now. Getting back into the spirit of things now. Pardon the undead pun. There we are. Can I pull you over? Not quite yet. Oh, you're immune, that's why. There we go. Silly WoW is life. Well, there is that, Danny, there is that. One does not simply give up WoW. This is very true. I'll pick you up on the way past. Having a blast with what is MWO? I haven't picked up the sort of abbreviation. If it's one I'm missing. All right, let's pick a few of these. There we go. I'm not sure it's worth getting these straggly ones here, because it's a lot of running around for them. I'll be tempted to miss them next time. But it is XP. I mean, it's only 360 though. Sold today. Oh, Mech Warrior Online. Okay. Let's see if I can just grab a few of these up. Seeing as they're non-elites, this should be easier. Sold today 2 potions of luck. Okay. Maybe the price is a bit high, Jack. It's good to know that they are selling, because I haven't sold any yet. I'm just going to pick up all of these in one go, and then I can jump off the end. Like that. And then make use of the corner to line of sight them to run into my arms. There we go. Spoken like a true farmer. Came back to the game after 10 years breaks. Any chance to make some money with leather? Savage leather, according to Costa there. Yeah, we did actually. We did some good. We farmed up. Forever showed me a farm on savage leather, and it was really, really quite lucrative. Small community, but an awesome community. Well, that's the thing. I always like the gold community. Is certainly that. Oh, I'm stunned. Hold on. Come back. Yeah, some good XP on those. Right, so now we'll drop back down. Did I collect everything? Yes, I did. So now I can pick up some spiders. Get some good XP for those. Trying to collect these up. And these at the same time. And then go round. Hey Tony, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. How are you this fine Thursday? We are currently doing some level farming, which I'm actually getting into the swing of it a bit now. I'm really enjoying running through Karazhan doing this. We haven't had any massive looted items yet, but I'm not really doing it for the loots. It's mainly for the XP. Hey Metachar, how are you? Made 15 million gold in Legion. Combination of auction house followers, 12 characters. Well, that's the way to do it, definitely. Having 12 characters, I definitely is the way to do it. If you can get all your order halls sorted, it's fairly easy, consistent money. Oh, inventory is full. Destroy trash. There we go. That'll be easiest. I need to get myself that yak mount for 20,000, so I can just sell stuff next time. That will be a good use of my 20,000, I think. There we run through those. 4 minutes to go. I've still got 23 on the ribbon dance. Or is there something else I'm missing out? It says 23 minutes there. There we go. Okay. Make just over 300,000 farming and selling volatile fires. I mean, that's decent enough. That's your token price practically there, isn't it? Rokad the Ravager. That must be a rare one. I wonder if you get anything from him. Ravager's wrist wraps. Okay, nice. Oops. There we go. Right, let's run back out. Is that an actual boss? In which case I won't be able to reset if that's the case. I missed a loot there. Traveller's backpack. There we go. Hey Wave Molly, how are you? Miss Kindness and Understanding herself. Oh, that's a brilliant title if ever I heard one. Oh, forget the 2 more Cold Mist Stalkers. There we go. Right, I need to do that. And then head on out, which gives me 21 minutes left on the ribbon dance, which will be my 3rd run. So let's see if we can do that. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Wave Molly. I thought you were already following me, but thank you ever so much. Oh, just got to move my position around. Right. Let's do a quick reset. Grandma Jack the Dipper Groupie, so he came on his recommendations. Well, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Just going to reset our instance and come back in. So we're basically doing some leveling here. We're currently at level 77. More WoW the better, yeah, definitely. Right, I'm always doing that, going the wrong direction. There's a quote for you if ever there is one. Okay, so the route, let's see if we can do this a bit quicker. Horses first. Pull that one over, run to these ones, then drop our blood down here. Try not to get feared though. That's the main problem with these. And lots of you are facing the wrong way, which doesn't really help. Collect those up. Hey Marsbert, how are you? 19 minutes. Do you reckon we can do this for 19 minutes? I reckon we can at least get a good chunk of the dungeon done in 19 minutes. That's why it's a good method. You can make a good amount, buy a few tokens and the expansion. Pull more. Yeah, I might die though. Can you fly from Darkshore to Teldrassil? I don't know. Anyone help out with that one? I am getting higher, this is true. So once I get to like 70, what am I, 77, once I get to 78, it should be, the last 2 levels should be relatively quicker, I imagine. Right, we'll run round, do this circle, and then come back and then do the other one. There we go, get the sentry. See if I can line of sight these a bit better. So what I'll do is I'll take these all up, and then I'll run round the corner and try and collect those up, as well as get these ones. Hopefully not be too surrounded like I am. I'm getting constantly stunned, which doesn't help. But then I can do my AoE kill everything dance, which seems to work quite well. I could run round there How many of these did I miss last time? Let's just... Oh, there's a good group of these. Let's take all of these. Take those in one go. There we are. Oh, constantly stunned doesn't help. There we are. Am I in looms? I'm not sure where I am. Upper livery stable, it says here. Take some skeletons. And then drop that down. Do that. Oh, heirlooms. Yes, didn't get the abbreviations. Yes, I am. I am in looms, as you would say. I recommend the Accountant Classic add-on. That's an interesting one, Messenger. I haven't heard of that one. Okay, so how are we doing? Nearly 78. Let's dance on some tables in celebration. Now coughing again. Whoops. Right, let's see if we can do everything. How are we doing for that? And then what I'm going to do is just take myself around the corner. And try and mash it all in one go. There we go. Hey Dag, how are you? Doing some Kara runs? Absolutely. And we've dinged level 78. So we had a pretty fast run. We're using the buff, the ribbon dance buff. We need to head on down here now next. Run in, leg the boss and back out. Right, gonna do this lot and this lot and the skeletons. And we can get those. Not much with luck with drops actually. Total looted item value according to LA Loot Appraiser is 8,800. Obviously that's not going to be the value of things because they're going to most of it's going to be disenchanted, but still that's reasonable. Nothing big though. No big ticket items, no good recipes or anything else. So, but the thing is, it's the main thing we're here for is the XP, and that we're getting in buckets. So we're going to try and get this run done before the 15 minutes of my buff gets used up. But all in all, I would say that's a pretty successful hour of leveling. So it's just 1 hour and we've gone up, what's that, a couple of levels. So that to me seems a decent amount. Alright, let's just collect up a few of these bats. Now that we're a higher level. Vampiric Shadow Bat. Is that a... That's not a rare, is it? That's just a regular. Let's pick that one up. Just run through them is the easiest way, I think. Just collect these up. Go into this room. And then I can do all of that. How do you feel about adding the value of the vendor trash to a gold per hour count? Not really. That's the thing, is I don't think of the value here is stuff that's going to be that useful. I mean, yes, the stuff I sell to the vendor is going to be worth some gold, so I'll take that, definitely. Have I overbitten more than I can chew here? Probably not, actually. Because I can just take these ones down and then fill the rest. Let's destroy trash. Pick up the rest of those. I mean, I would prefer to sell the trash, but there we go. Instantly sell Instantly sell greens to a vendor in Panda and Draenor. Yeah, I think that's fairly reasonable to assume that most of them won't be that useful. Unless, I mean, I'm looking at anything that's over 1,000 value region market, I might put on and see if it sells. Right, have I done everywhere? Got another spider there to do. Do those. And then, how are we doing percentage-wise? We are at 24%, and with 10 minutes left on our buff. I think it's time for some Sunwell runs. Ah, okay, Dak, that sounds like an interesting one. What are you going for in then? Is that the recipes you get in the Sunwell? If I were trying to sell it, you'd have like 1,000 items a week. Yeah, that's quite a lot then, isn't it? Right, okay. Well, I'm happy with that. Just random patterns. You have a spot in the Barrens. You can farm 2k in drop gold and vendor trash, and another 2k in auction house sales. That sounds reasonable. Depends how long it takes you to do that, I guess. Okay, so that's pretty good. Well, our buff is running out, so what I'm going to do is port back to the case lock. Thank you ever so much for the follow. I am 78, so I would say that was pretty good. An hour for 4k doesn't sound like a great amount, if I'm honest.
Welcome.
So there we go. Let's turn my bags off and on again. Where's the junk? Just here, because I destroyed most of it. Right, so let's have a look at what we got loot-wise. Loads of nether weave, a few lock boxes. Armor-wise, this whole stuff we're going to disenchant. And then all of this. This was soul-bound, so that's no good. So we're going to vendor that one. And this was soul-bound. The rest isn't. I've got a couple of bags there. Traveller's backpack, which isn't worth 3,000. It's only a 16 slot bag, and a journeyman's is a 14 slot bag. I completed all the quests and released the champion's equipment level 950. That's pretty good. You just can't farm it endlessly, yeah. Whilst you wait for the volatile files to sell after you farm them. Okay. Is it viable to do tailor enchanting with the Death Knight? I think you could do any profession with anything. I mean, the only difference being you couldn't wear the cloth that you make. But other than that, no, I'd say that's fine. Right, let's get rid of these. The bagels, these scrolls. These aren't that useful. So we're just going to sell them to the vendor. And then the other stuff we're going to send on to Samadan to disenchant. Crystal Etched War Staff of the Champion. That one's got 6,400 on it as a price. Region market is more reasonable at 555.
See you soon.
I had that one last time, I remember. So let's send all this lot to Samadan. It's like a 400,000 a month. Yeah, getting the resources can be tricky, can't it? So let's send to Samadan. Open my bags up. Now I hear pressing control puts them all in. No, not on this one. Not on the standard user interface. That's fair enough. We can just click through these. It's quick enough. Let's send those. Samadan. Take all of those. And take another load. And take the jewellery. And take that. And send that. Oh, I didn't really need to do the bags. I was going to sell those. Or use them if I've got them. There we go. Send all of that over for disenchanting. Then the lockboxes can go in the bank for a bit later. No mailing operation. No, I haven't set one up for something like that, Dumpster. It would be useful if I did it more often, I think. Yeah, see, I could have used my bags there that I picked up for bank space, actually. That's something to think about next time I get some. I could just send them back. That would work just as well.
Safe travels.
Okay. So Almalti had a really good run there. We're up to level 78. We're 24% in. So I reckon another run of Karazhan should get me up to level 80. And then I can move on to Pandaria. So I think that's going to be a good idea. Let's now swap over. What have we got time-wise? Yeah, I think we've got time to go over and do some Sumptuous fur farming now. Go to 81 in Karazhan. Yeah, I could do actually. It's probably quite quick to run through that last level. So we do need reset my buff. I'll do that next time I'm on. I'll definitely be on before the festival ends. But thank you, Commander Bond. Calculated if you make 34,000 a day after a month, you'd have 1 million gold. Well, that's pretty good. I am on EU. So anyone Alliance EU, we should be able to get a group together, I think, if anyone wants to do that. I'm doing the skinning as well. So we'll be skinning and doing the Nagrand Sumptuous Fur Farm. Trying to get some raw beast hides as well as Sumptuous Fur. Any sales? Yes, we do. Look at that. Drums of Fury already. Sold loads. So we're going to have to make some more drums before we do that. Hold the fort. Just going to make a bunch of... let's have a look. I am currently sitting at just over 2 million for my challenge. You know what? I'm just going to go to the standard user interface and make some drums. I could probably make 100 very easily. I'm just going to make these up first. My evening is going very well, thank you very much, Dumpster. And when I hit 80, the first skill... oh, hold on, I missed something there. First, skill the mining to the max, so you can start straight away with smelting ghost iron ore and Wrath of the Lich King ores and bars. Yes, Jack, that's definitely a good idea. If you're most welcome to come and join Costa if you would like to. I'm just going to make these drums first, and then I'm going to head on over. You say that too, and I always get sidetracked. Always reset festival bus since they persist after the holiday ends. Ah, yes, that's a very good point, Commander Bonds. Definitely. I'm not sure if I will have summoning abilities, Tony, but we could give it a go. What are good professions having on the main character because of the rep? Anything that you would use yourself quite a lot of would be the main thing to go for, I'd suggest. For me, it was an enchanting tailoring mix because I was a priest and it seemed to fit quite well. And Samadan's always been my main. I'm not sure. Hey Sean, how are you? How are you doing? Alright, I'm just going to run through the rest of these drums. You've got Enchanting and Alchemy, but you're thinking getting rid of Alchemy and having Blacksmithing instead. I'm always wary about getting rid of professions. If you can, I would always make another character to have the other profession. Because I used to have engineering way back in vanilla. And I kind of miss not having that. Stream goes very well, thank you very much. We've done some good stuff already. We had a good 20,000 in the mail to start off with. Had a few sales come through. And then we've done some good sales on drums here. And then we've done some levelling with El Morte. So we're up to level 78. Doing the Karazhan trash, and now we're going to go on over to do some Sumptuous fur and collect that up because Samadan's run out, so we need some more of that. Could you explain reset day? You've heard it mentioned but not explained. Well, basically what tends to happen on reset day, which is on Tuesday for NA and it's on Wednesday for EU, and that's basically everyone who's doing all their Vicious Alex, thank you very much for the follow. Everyone who's doing their mythic pluses, they get to open their chests on that day, and everyone wants to do it on that day because everything resets, and so that's when everyone gets new gear, and then they like to buy things like enchants on their new gear. So that's why reset day is pretty good for enchanting, because everyone has a new gear and they go and put their stuff on. At least that's how I interpret it. Been preparing for Mage for a while, only wanted Unholy Appearance. Didn't really like most of the others. Now you're not sure what to do. Reset drums to 150 and made you get 30% of your money back within an hour. Not sure what you're doing now. And you finished the Mage Tower in like 20 minutes. Well, that's decent. I guess try and do something, I don't know, whatever you fancy really. The world of Warcraft is your oyster, as they say. Oh, thank you very much, Sean, for the follow. It's a good problem to have. Not sure what to do. Darkmoon Firewater, yes, good point. I should have some. So more drums on for 90 at my current price. Stick those on. I mean, I could probably do with making some more, because they did sell quite quickly. I could make quite a bit more. Where's my Firewater? Here it is, Darkmoon Firewater. What else have I got here? I could get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Ancient Mana Crystal, I could actually sell that rather than use it myself. And then I've got a couple of lock boxes there. So what I'll do is I'll head on over. Yep, we're going to do some Sumptuous for Sporkus. So
How are you?
EU Alliance is welcome. I'm going to be doing skinning as well. Let's pop those two in, and I think I'll keep the rest on me. Let's just check the reagent bank actually. What have we got here? Yeah, we could probably drop in fell hide, burnished leather, pristine hide, hardened magnificent hide, storm scale, golden fly trap, and those. Probably the bloods as well. There we go. That gives me a bit of space. Yep, I'll sort the invites out. Hold on. What class is preferable? Anyone really. I think it's obviously Warlords or Drain or level. So let's start a group up. We'll call the group, not find group, pre-made groups. Custom, start a group. Samadan plays WoW. We'll list the group, and we'll also just add in, where are you? There we are. And then we're going to go back to the group finder there, and then we're going to Hearthstone. No, we're not. We're going to Garrison Hearthstone. There we go. Yeah, so probably won't be able to get you over for this one, Tony. Have returns. Need to get back to farming. Welcome, Senzo. Welcome back. I'm just going to grab some water. Okay, I'll accept that one. Welcome, welcome. Right, let me just grab some water and then I'll come back. Actually, what I'll do is I'll get the flight over. I know I can fly myself now, but I'll grab the flight and then I can go AFK a little bit whilst we do that, and we'll do the groups once I've done there. Ring of Trials. There we go. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Right, okay. Right, been selling a load of Goblin Glider kits. Okay, awesome. Right, let me just do the check the group finder. There we go. That must be you, Swarkus, I'm imagining. And anyone else? I think got one spot open, I think. How many have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forget when you... always think it should be 6 group members, not 5. Alright, there we go. So I'll turn on auto accept on this. So anyone who wants to join in, Samadan Plays WoW is the name. EU Alliance, we're doing Sumptuous Fur, Sumptuous Fur Farm down here in Nagrand. I'm also going to be skinning. Yeah, we don't want a raid, do we? It won't automatically expand it though, will it? I'll just keep that off just in case. There we go. Okay, let's fly. Okay. Let's catch up on chat. Still enhances, bit different story, plus won't be that common in BFA. So the price will rise. Yeah. I got a feeling some things are going to be like that, aren't they? Do I have the mother's knife toy? No, I don't actually have that at the moment. We have someone in here already doing this on my zone, so we might have to try and phase into a different zone, I'm thinking. Who have we got? A Night Elf Hunter. We could invite them in, actually. There we go. Might as well be inclusive. There we go. Yep, I think we're full now. So we should be able to start going with a Sumptuous Fur. And then I'll just keep skinning. Oh, Darkmoon Firewater. I need to drink that. Hold on. Where's my Firewater? Go and try and reduced 1 hour. There we go. Okay, so we're going to basically get as much Sumptuous Fur as we can, whilst I'm also skinning as quickly as I can to get some raw beast hide. And then I'll try and keep an eye on chat. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I think anything that helps is definitely useful. I think Mother's skinning knife would definitely be good. And the Looterang would also be useful, of which I have neither. So I'm definitely not the best at doing this, or not the most optimal person of doing this, shall we put it that way. But I will skin and loot a fair amount in this one. There we go, got a load more. There. Try to do my bit of damage. Might as well help out on the damage side of things. Alright, can skin those as well. Drag it from your toy box to the action bar. Well, that's kind of handy. It saves you a slot at least, doesn't it? Which is good. Wonder how much fur I'm going to get through doing this. I mean, we're already getting a decent enough amount, I believe. Well, certainly skinning as well. Hey, Whiskey Jack, how are you? I have been up for 2 hours 2 minutes already. Wow, time really flies when you're having fun. Can't believe it's gone so quickly. Oh, I haven't got a command for that, Jack, actually. I ought to sort that one out. That would be a good one to have. How was the business today? Business was good, thank you very much. The gold business was doing very well. Work business was also doing well. Is there a warlock? There you are. Reminds you of Malazan Book of the Dead. Good evening, Kaifin. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. $13 gold, nice for Ember Silk, definitely. Sleepy but well, excellent. That's a good combination, actually. I like sleepy. I'm always sleepy on the train in the mornings. That's where I catch up on my extra sleep. Seeing as I get up at 5:30 in the mornings, I don't quite get enough sleep at the night time, so I catch up on the train. I haven't read those, actually. Elevated Sleepy to a whole new level. It's about 40 to 50 minutes, so it's not too bad, actually, Dumpster. So I can get a good power nap in that time. Reading Scepter Orc Throne. Yeah, I don't know these books actually. I haven't read any good books in a while. We need to jump, do we? Okay. Are we missing out on something? Hold on. Okay. Yep, I'm welcome to try something else. If you lead the way. How does that actually happen though? I'm a bit curious. Because the farm looks to be okay. Like 90% of them. Okay. Okay, we'll disband and then we'll regroup. I'll just take these whilst I'm here. And then we'll redo the invites if that's the case. There we go. I think Costa was... do you want to sort a group, Costa, and then we'll go through that way? Because that'll be easier. Because then you can phase into the right, into a different zone than where I'm in, because I came into this one. There we go. You can at least do those. So we could move on to another area. I'm not actually familiar with any other areas, so if there is one... Okay, Sean, thanks ever so much for stopping by. Yep, we can do that. How do we server hop? Disband again. Okay. We'll get this sorted. Party leader is what realm we will phase to. Okay, yeah, that's how I thought it worked, Dumpster. Let's try it again. Okay, Svorkus, you got one in Group Finder, have you? Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Hold on. DPS, accept. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. PvP could be interesting. I don't mind giving it a try. I am the world's worst PvPer, so quite happy to go through that. There we go. Okay. Who wants to do Whiskey Jack? The first one of those 5 seconds. Second one's extremely good. I'd like to learn more about Crimson Guard. The third is back to so far very good. Okay. Right, we seem to be working back in the farm. So basically what was happening with the Warlock, I didn't fully understand how that was messing it up. Were they tagging the boss, the creatures and getting less, we were getting less loot? I'm not quite sure how that worked out. He was spamming his artifact ability, which one-shot the mobs. I see. So no one got anything. Ah, okay, so 90%. So he tagged before you. Right, okay. So you got no loot. Right, okay, thank you for the explanation. That makes sense. I understand that now. So even whilst I was skinning, no one was getting any loot, which is kind of the point, really. Because we want the Sumptuous Fur as well as the loot. I just need to try and make sure I do loot things, actually. Everything's all sparkly, I can't tell which is loot and which isn't. Oh yeah. When you finish the books, you know, definitely start with one of them. Excellent. Yeah, good book recommendations are always nice. Because you find that people who... Something like WoW, you've got a shared interest, really. And you find people will probably like similar books to you as well. I go in and out of book reading phases. A lot of the time I don't actually make the time to read, but I do go through phases of reading absolutely loads. It all depends on sort of time and inclination more than anything else. Right. Let's do a fair amount of this running through. Okay, ooh, let me just reposition. Need to make sure I loot everything. Some of this I'm not getting. Over and do this one, do that one. Do I ever host LAC? I haven't done one of those, Dumpster. I've done one when I did the Every Last Copper interview. I've never actually hosted one. I'm not sure whether it's something I would do that much. I'm not a massive farmer, to be honest, even though I have spent a lot of the stream today either running Karazhan or farming the Sumptuous Fur. These are kind of with a specific purpose in mind, which is when I find I enjoy farming. When there's less of a purpose, where I'm just trying to get random loot, I find it's not as appealing for me. Does that make sense? I like to have a reason why I'm doing something more than just the random chance of something that may or may not sell on the auction house. So usually with my farms, I'm going for something specific, like the Ember Silk or Shadow Silk, or doing something like leveling, or in this case going for the Sumptuous Fur, which I need to stock up on for Samadan. I missed that. Guy been joining Corium farming daily. He's got 6 stacks of Corium, which amounts to 2.5 million. Wow, that's absolutely loads. Only books I like reading are cookbooks. Well, there's a lot to be said for cookbooks. Have you tried the World of Warcraft cookbook? I know that's should have some interesting recipes in it. Good evening, Family Bear. How are you? I'm doing very well, thank you very much myself. We're just doing a bit of Sumptuous Fur farming and a bit of raw beast hide skinning at the moment, in order to stock up Samadan's Sumptuous Fur stocks mainly. That's the main purpose here. Haven't tried any WoW recipes yet. Yeah, I reckon they could be fun. There's 10 Sumptuous Fur there. That was good. You have that one, do you, Senza? Considering the fact that I'm actually a cook, it's not that weird though. Well, there you go. You know, that's professional interest. That would be, and you're probably not. Well, there you go. I think that's the thing. Anyone can have an interest in anything. It's down to your personal hobbies. Surprised Blizz hasn't nerfed this farm. Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly rapid thing. You'd think they the thing with Blizzard, I take it to be sort of like, or did I miss something in the chat there? Okay, no worries. Have we already talked about the Bear Tartar nerf? It was mentioned. I'm not sure where the source has come from, but yeah, it was mentioned about it being nerfed. What that's going to mean, I don't know, because I've still got 2,000 of them myself. I would probably end up using them myself. It didn't cost me a great deal to buy them. I ended up getting them all for about 2 gold each. So I'm not too concerned if the ones I've got left don't sell. But yeah, I did hear that Bear Tartar has got nerfed. It will get nerfed, but any speed buff is still better than none. Yes, that's the thing, isn't it? It's still going to be a speed, buff, so that makes sense. Let's loot up these whilst I can. There you go. There we go. Back onto the skinning. Getting some primal spirits as well. Would be better if we stacked. How does that mechanic work? What would we have to stack? We all have loot rank, except for me. God, there's loads down here. Look at all this. I need to loot all this lot up. There we go. Right, let's loot all this for now. How are we doing for fur? 318 at the moment. And way more raw beast hide, actually. That's the main thing. Vindal's Looterang, that's the one. That's what I need to get myself. How much Sumptuous Fur raw beast hide is that on average per hour? So, yeah, probably a bit less than that, Costa, I reckon, because I want to finish off over onto Samadan. But yeah, about 13 minutes left. So we've been doing this. You got one for 200 gold on the auction house. Okay, that's a decent. That's worth getting. I'll have to look up on the auction house, see if I can buy one. So we are basically. How many have I got? About 350 Sumptuous Fur and about nearly 400. 400 raw beast hide, and we've done it for what? Probably about. We can tell from my Darkmoon Firewater, we've only been doing it for about 20 minutes. Hello, Oreos. I'm joined by the cat. Did your mate daily gold check? Past 3 days, you've gone down 270k, but bought 10 Panther mounts, a token, and a Spectral Tiger Cub. So should be good. Wow, that's a lot of purchases. Right, so probably go for another sort of 10 minutes or so. and then we'll swap. I'll swap back to Samadan. Should probably make sure I loot all these other things as well. Need to find a primal spirit farming spot. Hello, Cat. How are you doing? Let's see if I can left-handed loot and skin past the cats behind me. He's off. He doesn't like to be on stream too much, but he does like to meow. Is that a cat or a bear? Yeah. He's huge. 7 kilos of fluff, basically. Go farm for Alani Shards or Isle of Thunder. Okay. 7 kilos, yeah. He's big. He's big, but he's also the most scarediest cat going. Alexa, what's the conversion of kilo to pounds? Yours is 6 and you consider him overweight. Yeah, he's a big boy, is Oreo. 2.2 pounds. Is that all it is? That doesn't seem like enough for 7 kilos. About 15 pounds. Oh, 2.2 per kilo. There we go. Okay. 15.5 per kilo. There we go. Thank you, Tony. Yeah. Yeah, so he's a big cat. Your cat was 28 pounds at her biggest. She was half Maine Coon. Ah, yes, that explains it. I think Oreo has a little bit of ragdoll in him, which is I think a bit similar to Maine Coon, because Oreo will just walk along and then just lie on the floor. I'm not sure if it's a laziness thing. Oh, you have 2 Maine Coon kittens. Ah, excellent, Escort. That sounds awesome. Canada is Master's version of metric with imperial sprinkled in. Yeah. I think some things in the UK are a bit like that, because I still think of weight as in human weight. I think of in stones and pounds, and then I think of height in feet and inches. But when I'm talking about measurements of other things, I think of them in kilos and meters. So it all depends on the context. I mix the two. Stone's the only thing, yeah. That's the strange one that I've always been used to. Like knowing how much someone weighs in stone is about the only context I have for it. Their paws are massive. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It looks amazing though, having huge paws. Oreo's got pretty big paws, especially when he lays on his back and sticks them up in the air. That's basically a 1,000 million, so I would call that a billion, I believe, because I don't know whether a billion is a million or whether it's 1,000 million. In grocery stores, well, sale prices are posted per pound, but tags on meat, and you also are billed in kilograms. Ah, right. So it's either a billion or 1,000 million. Yeah. Which is it? I don't actually know what the common thing is in the UK. 1,000 billion is a trillion. In English-speaking countries, 1,000 million. Yeah, I mean that's how I would read it. Looking at the numbers, I would look at where it says a million, and then go, okay, that's 1,000 million. So a million, as that first one, would be a billion. That would make sense to me. And then a million would be a trillion, because it's all the same 6 figures multiplied. Yeah, it's confusing. It's very confusing. Why don't we just call it a lot, and that'll be it. Hey, right one too. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're just talking about millions and billions, and trying to work out what's 1,000 million, whilst also doing a very nice sumptuous fur farm, and getting some raw beast hide at the same time. I'm going to be going for another sort of 5 minutes or so, and then I'm going to swap over to Samadan and do my final gold tally for the night. But I think we've had a pretty successful run. We did good with El Morte earlier. There we go. Do that. Do that. Do that. Hate when you're in a chat room and your cat jumps off your desk and walks on your... Yes, it happens to me all the time. So in and out of the conversation on duty for your guild, no worries, Kaifin, absolutely fine. Just having people buy, whether they're in the background or not, is more than welcome. It's a horror with a horse in it. Your cat is just 2.85 kilos. That's tiny, absolutely tiny. Lurky. Jack is everywhere. Oh, just skinny. Ah, okay. That's not a cat, that's a hamster. Oh, got your new monitor today? It's now back to 2 again. Oh yeah, once you've had 2, it's very hard to go back to 1. It's very hard. Chomps away 150 grams a day. That sounds like a fair amount, actually. Just not volunteers for a cat rescue, so she usually has teeny tiny kittens around. Oh, that's nice. Oh, he was sick, was he? Oh. I hope he's on the mend now. You know, the life expectancy of one other now. Soon. Yeah, I think we would certainly be tempted to get more cats. But Cookie is a bit of a bully. She beats Oreo up, so I'm not sure how well she would tolerate other cats. Orange flavors anti-something meds. And cats hate citrus. Yeah, they really do. Why orange? Orange is just crazy for cats. Right, 1 more minute and then I'm going to finish up here and swap over to Samadan. Oh, he throws up. Ah, okay. That's human meds. Right, I see. Right, run through those, and when it dings midnight, I shall leave the ball, as it were. I am not on tomorrow, no. I'll be probably on Sunday next. Depending on what else happens with family, with the weekend, I may be able to do a bonus stream, but it's unlikely, I think, given my weekend schedule is pretty busy. Usually doing mainly family things. And I've got a check on Drums of Steel, yeah. Yeah, I think I could... Drums of Steel, Drums of Fury. Yeah, I think I could probably do with doing that. Right, okay, so... Even just to relist, yeah. Definitely. Right, well, thank you ever so much for the Sumptuous Fur Farm. I'm going to jump out and head back. I'll hearth back to the Dwarven District. So thank you ever so much for the group. Off for the night, got to go work in the morning. Good night, Mr. Dadfellow. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Yeah, I've got work as well tomorrow, but it's Friday, so that's not too bad. And going back to your nice warm bed. That's fair enough, wouldn't blame you.
What's on your mind?
So I'll look through this later, but we have got 2 for 600 Sumptuous Fur and nearly 600 raw beast hide. So,
Safe travels.
latest Cosjack, thanks ever so much for stopping by and chat tonight. Old fossil PC, you had to turn it off every time, not in use. Now with a new PC, you have this tendency to let it run, even sleeping. You listen to sleep music. Do you turn everything comes off at night time for me, right one too. We save on electricity, so everything is powered down, including the modem. All the plugs are switched off. Send the fur to Sam. Yes, good idea. I don't believe I've set that up as a group to send. So let's just post that over. Probably some stuff to disenchant as well. That. Oh, that's soulbound. That's... maybe. That's worth something. That's worth something at those prices. Okay, let's leave those. Let's just send those. There we go. Even the modem. Yep, everything goes off Swarkus. Love that fur leather farm. Matter of fact, need to spend some hours here there too. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Just every now and again, that gives me some stock for Samadan. Right, so we're going to pop over to Samadan now. You keep yours running 24/7, quite literally, only times turned off besides window restarts or restarts to fix something. It was like 2 years ago. Wow. That is epic. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for us, I think a lot of us in the family are quite sensitive to electrical buzziness, and also it's quite cost effective. Turning everything off, because we got one of those electricity monitors. It monitors how much electricity you're consuming, and it's amazing how much just trickles by, and you can get it right down to mere pence per hour. Oh yes, that's right, we stopped up here, so we should really just be able to jump straight down. That's quite handy. So what have we got? Multiple items. We sold a Tome of Illusions for only 850 gold. That's a tiny amount. A couple of workman's shirts. And enchants. Trained soldier. That's another 6,600. That's pretty good. Need to get in the habit of not collecting sales mail so that I can have big satisfying inboxes. Collect them consistently, which nets you 2,000 every time, but it's not as satisfying as 20k. Yeah, your media runs, PC runs, you stream to it. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Having one on sleep and one running. You used to turn off the PC, just the PC. He's trying to save some life in it, yeah. That's true. Always, ooh, a shiny, yeah. I mean, I find that doing this daily or every other day really helps with my mailboxes in terms of just keeping everything on top of the sort of the gold and everything like that, and then charting it. That way I'm not saving up all the big mailboxes. Alright, let's just go through and disenchant these. I just want to check them manually, just in case there's anything here that I do want. Most of these are going to be fine. These are the stuff from the spirit dusts and various things that are going to be useful to me. Disenchanted more than anything else. Certainly rather than vendored or put on the auction house, it would just be way too much. At least I can disenchant them, that's the main thing. And then I'll just have a quick look at see if there's any pending sales, and then we'll check our chart after this. I mean, all this stuff is fairly useless. I wouldn't be posting this one on. Your modem and router stay on. People are like buying 10 single drums of fury for 150 gold each when you have 10 stacks at 100 each because you got undercut. 10 single ones for 150, that's amazing. I think I ought to make sure that, like you said, Earthen has got some more on. Make hay while the sun shines, as they say. Rest of the house is turned off with EPS. EPS, is that like a UPS, uninterruptible power supply? Height of strength. Do I really want to sell that? 0.02. You know what? I might try it. See if it sells. So we don't get power surges. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anything to do any sort of protection is good. I used to have that on the PCs, I used to have like a UPS that was like a little mini battery backed up power supply that did similar, but I don't have that anymore. That one, and then we've got even filigree shirt, traveller's backpack. I could do with sending back. I'll just take these off. That should be easy enough. More like a fuse. Yeah, fair enough. At least it is another layer of protection. And then that war staff, that doesn't seem like it should be that price, even though it's 555. So I think I'm going to disenchant that. There we go. I think I'll turn in now. 1,300 drums on the auction house. Let's hope all the other big sellers have gone to bed. Nice, Foku. Definitely nice. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. I hope to see you again soon. I got all the bonfires done for Midsummer while listening in. Excellent. Congratulations. Biggest power save would be not bringing your chest freezer with you on your move. Found out that thing was about 45 years old. Worked amazing though. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Old but reliable. There's another sale coming in, so we'll pick that one up. Have we got any more coming in on the auction house? Let's just check that. Another 3,000 coming in. 17 minutes and 26 minutes. Whilst we're at it, let's just check if we need to restock on anything. Let's just do the enchants, because those are the ones that are the best at the moment. Let's quickly gather those up. Move that over there, and then gather those items up. Hold on. Also find it weird that people only buy Drums of Fury when Drums of the Mountain are up for 1/3 of the price. Power of lack of knowledge, yeah. Is this where you are available for hordes too? That was about 10 minutes ago. No drums of the mountain up at all on your server. Interesting. You forgot to hit enter. You got like 1,000 teeth and claws, so you can make them endlessly for the if the fury is nerfed. That's good. Oh, it's the festival thing. Anything new midsummer? Not that I know of, Route 1-2, but I haven't looked into it, to be honest. So okay, that's for the Cataclysm book. Okay, we're not going to bother with that one because that was wasn't a great profit anyway. I'm just going to do these instead. It's like 100 mountains on yours, but it's usually not worth it for you to try, as people will never really buy them. Yeah, I guess it's like you said, down to knowledge, isn't it? Mastery needs Arcana, so we need to do some lay shatters. I might just check the prices of these because they were quite cheap. So let's just do that, and then we'll post these on, and then we'll just check the price of things. Auctioning, run a post scan. There we go. You can try your druid for a couple of hours of corium farming. That's not bad, Sporkus. See if you can get that corium. I know it sells well, so our Traveller's Backpack is going on. Must already be in a group. And anything else? Just the enchants. Okay, get those on and quickly check the shopping for Legion enchanting materials, because if there are any decent bargains like Chaos Crystals under 50 or Leylight for under 31 and Arcana for 18 gold for Leylight is worth it. I've only got 86 left, so I'm going to take those. 190. Now obviously this is going to take our gold down a little bit, but I am still making enchants and I still want to make them for a profit, so in order to make them for a profit I need to buy them at a cheap price. So I'm going to take these. I can at least convert these into what's that, 18, so that's 6 gold per Arcana, so 4.99 for Arcana is actually cheaper. So rather than using the lay shatter on Arcana, I'm better off buying. Oh, there's only one. There we go. There we go. Hey Donria, how are you? Doing very well, thank you very much. We are actually just finishing up, so you just caught the end of the stream, unfortunately. We're just checking on some Leylight. What have we got? 316. So I think we can get those, and we'll leave it at that. There we are. Oh, I've missed a load of chat. Hold on one moment. I'll just go catch up on that. Sam's thinking, why not make a character level till 10? Get to Booty Bay, give it 10k and see how much you can make with some flipping. Flipping is something I haven't done yet because I wasn't that experienced to start off with, but definitely an idea, Jack. Only pops in a little bit, but dinner calls before group balance of power stuffs. No worries, Kaifid. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Kill the bears myself and skin them, yeah, and then loot the loot that. No worries, as Donrio. I have to catch you again. I'm always putting them on YouTube, so there's always a chance to catch up then. Zumir and Marth, thank you ever so much for the follow. Craft bracers, disenchant them, and have even more bloods. That's interesting. Interesting process. Yeah, I think I could probably do something like that. Right, just going to pick these up, and whilst that's running through, let's get my chart up for the rest of the evening. That's not my chart, that's Jack's chart. My chart is here. So, looking at my gold levels, because we spent a fair amount today on those bits and pieces we just bought there, I'm not expecting this to be a massive amount. Oh, it is more. Is a little bit more. There we go. So we're at 2 million. Oh, thanks, Jack, for putting the chart up. 2,077,604. So a 20,000 raise, not massive. A little notch higher. We did buy all those ley lights though, so that's going to turn back into enchanting profits. So that's kind of future investment. Now that we're not running overstocked on our enchants. We're just slightly going above the normal. So that's okay. And the other thing we did was the Sumptuous fur, which means actually, speaking of which, I can then make a hexweave now. So I don't think I could do that earlier. Looking at my cooldowns, let's create one of those. And I can also do my Celestial and my Imperial. So hexweaves can keep going and keep ticking through. Those are done. There we are. Feel like you're cheating, making bank on your 7 110s order hall missions. Beware. Yes, that's if you've got that many characters, why not? You've invested your time at the beginning. Don't forget that. No, all you're doing is cashing in on that early time you spent leveling so many characters. So it's not really cheating. It's just basically it's a return on your investment. You're running 8 and it's a silly amount. Yeah, I really don't use the order hall missions as much as I should. I don't have the mobile app, so I don't tend to do it that frequently. But I've got 3 110s, and I know I could probably maximise my order hall missions more. I haven't really bothered at this stage because everyone's saying that they're going to get nerfed once BFA comes out, but maybe the equivalent of whatever happens in BFA we can do then, and then I'll have 3 characters that I can get up to that level, and maybe get some more like El Morty and some other ones. And I don't have the resources. Yes, that's very good. Very good point. Good morning, Fardeki. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. We are actually just wrapping up the stream, so unfortunately you just caught the end. But thank you ever so much for stopping by. Let's have a look and see who we can throw a host over to. What it is, yeah, or YouTube when I put them on then, but either of the two. Now I have not actually hosted Sharken in a while, so I think I'm going to throw a host over to Sharken. Say hello and send him some love. There we go. Click on that. Move that one over. So, just going to finish off with a big thank you to everyone who's helped out with the farms and the brutes and everything tonight. Thank you all for your conversation, your chat, your cheers, your subs, your follows, everything. All your support has been absolutely amazing. So thank you everyone. I'm next on, well, my next scheduled one will be Sunday. Sorry, Mianx, yes, I am literally just finishing up now. I don't know if I'll get a bonus stream in. It's unlikely, given I'm quite busy this weekend. So if I don't see you before, have a great weekend, and hopefully see you on Sunday. Good night, farewell, and happy gold making. Oh, and thank you, Psychopath, for the follow. Almost to 5 million, exactly. So I'm going to throw a host over to Sharken, and I'll see you all very soon. Good night.